Hello guys, how are we all? Nigel here with you again, Nigel's Modelling Bench. I guess I better start with an apology. Where have I been? What have I been doing? Well, basically, as you all know, we had Christmas and we had New Year, so I was socialising. If you've seen my other channel, Nigel's Land Rover channel, you'll know that I've been doing a lot of work on my Land Rover and my hands are a bit of a mess because of it. So that's one of the reasons you haven't seen me at the bench, because you do not want to see my disgusting dirty fingers. But that's not to say I haven't been at the bench. At the moment we're working on the Land Rover Defenders, the two Hobby Boss kits, the normal Wimic full length, full long version, and the short wheelbase hard top. It's not a hard top, is it? Kind of hard top conversion. I haven't touched them, I haven't done anything on them off screen. They will be coming back in the next few days. I need to get my mojo back. It seems that everybody's mojo has taken a bit of a beating this Christmas season. I don't know why. I've just watched the video from John Moore. John Moore's Scale Models. Go and have a look at his site. He deserves a lot more subscribers than he gets. And yeah, his mojo's gone, all burnt out, and he's about to sort of shelve his current project and start something else because he just wants to get himself going again. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. That's my normal thing. One little note: you'll notice the Lancaster is gone. The HK Models Lancaster has gone off to Oliver, and that's gone with all its extras and all the custom work I did and everything. So expect to see that turn up in a show somewhere near you. He's asking me a few questions about it, and well, going to ask me a few questions about it. We try to communicate via email, and then I miss his email, and then he falls asleep when I reply. And life, eh? So yeah, that's going to be coming out. It looks like he's going to do a fantastic job on that. I'm sort of basically thinking I'll probably get the Wingnut Wings kit when it arrives, depending how much it's going to be. I don't know. As you all know, I don't work. I basically live on my savings, and the only income I have is from the fantastically kind contributions from you guys, which is all going towards a new camera. I'm actually going to look at some cameras next week, and basically the money I get from advertising on here, which this month has dropped by 50%. Yep, it's gone down 50%. As you know, I haven't done a video for a couple of weeks, so there's been no new viewers, no new likes, no use, there's a few new subscribers, but yeah, the money's gone down 50%. It's unbelievable. So yeah, there we are. Now I have made some notes here, so I can keep an eye on what's going. So the other thing I've been doing, as you know, I've been working on my Land Rover, I've been socialising and stuff, and I was a very lucky boy at Christmas, totally out of the blue, total surprise. Here I am, 56 years old. The last time I felt like this on Christmas Day, I remember I was 8, and my mother gave me the Airfix 124 scale Spitfire, and I was absolutely made up. Well, this year she did it again with a sort of similar sized box, and she gave me this. This is the Lego Land Rover Defender. It's the new Defender that everybody loves or hates, and it's a brilliant little thing. I mean, you've got the opening bonnet here. You've got an engine inside with pistons that go up and down. Even though it's a straight 6 engine, I don't think there is a straight 6 option. But yeah, they've got pistons going up and down as you drive it along. You've got high-low gears. You've got all the different gears. You can twist the back and open it, twist the spare wheel and open it the tailgate. We've got opening toolboxes and stuff on the roof. We've got a box on the side here that you can open. It's permanent 4-wheel drive. It's brilliant. The doors open, as you can see here. Let me just show you. There you go. Doors open, and you've got the seats inside. Brilliant little thing. Haven't done Lego for many years, although I have got the Saturn V kit, which my mum actually got me for my birthday. So yeah, I need to get that together, but I don't think you need to see a video build of that because there's so many on there. I was going to do a video build of this Lego Land Rover, but there's quite a few already. And also the other thing I found was, having built it, it's not tedious, it's fun, it's great. It's really good to get a documentary on the computer or something on YouTube and just sit there and put it together. No super detailing, no cutting, no sanding, no painting, no worrying about accuracy. Just put it together and watch it come take shape. But because it's Lego Technic, I think it's a little monotonous to watch. because it's basically, if none of you have ever built Lego Technic, it's many small parts like this. Here's the spares bag. Get the glare away. You can see it's just many small parts, round pins of different lengths and shafts, and all going together to form a sort of, it just grows. And it's a very long, drawn out process, which is extremely satisfying to do, but I can imagine not very interesting to watch. A bit like painting a door really well. You know, if you paint a door really well, not many people on this planet can do it, but not very interesting to watch. So there we go. Right, so I've got to go back to my notes. We had a bit of a funny turn in December. A lot of sub numbers went down. I check my sub numbers every day, and I log them every day, and yeah, over the 6,000 now, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. Can't believe I've probably gone up about 200 since ever doing my last video. So obviously, and also it seems that we also get, as creators, we get a list of our most popular videos, and my two most popular at the moment are the Revell, it's here, where is it, there it is, the Revell 196 scale Saturn V, and the Willys Jeep video I did. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And yeah, we had a period of time where YouTube were unsubscribing people. It was really strange. I don't know what was going on. I think YouTube need to concentrate more on running everything properly instead of putting out these stupid little videos about you can have stickers and how to promote this, that and the other. It's annoying. But basically, yeah, YouTube did something, and I'm keeping an eye on my watch numbers as well. Now, every time I get a watch, or is it minutes or numbers? I can't remember now, but it's getting close to the million. So when I get a million, then it'll be a hey, big party for me. And that's up at like 930,000 at the moment, and it went down to like 800,000. Well, it's number of minutes watched or number of hits or something. I can't remember now. Yeah, it's a number of views. I'm looking now, it's 937,782. It's number of views, and that went down to like 750 or something. And I think, well, how can my number of views go down? You can't take views away from me. So yeah, it was really weird. Subscribers went down massively, and then I noticed some other people were having the same. So you may find that you've been unsubscribed from my channel, and you may find that your notifications, the bell has been taken away from you as well. So if it has, please resubscribe, re-hit the notifications bell, but please remember to like my videos, because apparently that really helps. So I don't know, some people start their videos by saying don't forget to kick this YouTube algorithm into touch by hitting the like button. Well, I don't know about that, but if you could hit the like, you'd be doing me a great justice. Right, so yeah, I've already mentioned the Land Rover. Engine's all apart on that one. Go look at my other channel, you'll see. I'm about to do I've been making some tooling for reassembling the brakes. Basically, you don't need to, but because I can and I enjoy it, I'm sort of doing that. So there'll be another video coming up soon about that, very soon. Mentioned the book, mentioned the Lego. Yeah, contributions. Normally what I do is a monthly update, and I shout out the names of the people that have contributed to the channel. What I might start doing is what some other people do, is where at the end of the video they scroll names up of everyone that's contributed. So I think I might do that instead. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. It could be that you don't want your name to go on there. Like if your name is Peter Briggs, that is a completely fictitious name, so if your name is Peter Briggs, I'm sorry. But if your name is Peter Briggs, you might want to be known as P. Briggs. You might not want to be known as Peter B. You might not want to be known at all. So you may not want me to put Peter Briggs on a scrolling thing. Let me know. Hellcat, I've had a lot of interest. All of a sudden, I think people must have had them for Christmas. People have been asking me about the resin parts that I made. They are all still available. I've just done another run and made a load. So if you want engine cores, those dummy fuel tanks, or the rocker covers with the crossover pipes, drop me an email, nigelsmodelingbench@gmail.com. A few people have inquired, I've responded to them and made some because they've inquired, and then I haven't heard back. Now, I'm not going to be making them forever. The molds don't last forever, and you get to the point where if you're only going to sell 1 or 2 every couple of months, it's not worth making molds. So because the silicon is quite expensive. So they are sort of coming to the end of their run. So if you do want some, you know, let me know. Nigel's modelling bench at gmail.com. Yeah, so on the note of the Hellcat, people have been, well, somebody sent me some photographs of theirs, and it's beautiful. A niece, I can't remember his name now, sorry. From a niece, the guy from a niece, he sent me some pictures of his beautifully built model, absolutely stunning. I'm sure he'll have some photographs up on his website, so go and have a look, anyz.io. It's anyz.io. So yeah, you've basically inspired me, and I think I'm going to get that one back out soon. The bit that's really, I've had it out a couple of times to have a look at it, and the bit that's really getting me down is that really rough, grainy plastic. And looking at the fuselage, where it's got the sort of, it's almost like an alligator skin with it all stepped down. I think it's probably overdone as well, very overdone with the sheet metal thickness. But that needs rubbing back and polishing back before you can get any sort of finish on it. If you're going to get a glossy blue finish on it, forget it with the grainy plastic. And I've already mentioned the Lancaster is gone. The other thing I've been doing is, if you remember, I bought the Zvezda Mustang, the K-5350 was it truck, 6-wheel truck. I fancied just sticking some plastic together, so I got that out and started playing with it over the break. And yeah, very impressive kit. It's basically this one compares to this one. It's the same sort of thing, but it's just a 6-wheel truck rather than 8-wheel. And I'll be doing some work on this soon, so we can compare the two kits and what you get for your money. That main kit is extremely expensive in the UK. The Zvezda kit is extremely cheap for what it is. It's less than 30 quid, and it is the best 1/35th scale kit I think I've ever seen of a modern vehicle. I mean, obviously some of the Bronco stuff is stunning, some of the AFV stuff is stunning, but yeah, the detail in that Zvezda kit. In fact, let me just get a video together and let me put something together and show you now. Right, here we are. This is the kit I've been working on. This is the Zvezda 1/35th scale K-5350 Mustang. That's the bit that caught me eye, because if you know me, you know I love Mustangs. So yeah, this kit, 1/35th scale. I did a review of it about a couple of months ago. Go back and have a look. Very impressive kit. The only downside I saw on the sprue is the clear parts aren't very clear, and as you can see, they're very soft. Very soft and flexible. Normally clear parts are quite hard and brittle, but yeah, that's the one thing that's going to let this kit down, is that windscreen, I think. So maybe a dip in some future, see what happens. I don't know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But as you can see here, you get the two options. Well, they call it two options. You can have it without the canvas and with the cab up, or you can have it with the canvas and with the cab down. Obviously you could have either way. But this kit on the sprue, I must admit, if you go back and look at the review, you will see on there I was extremely impressed. For example, go and look at some trumpeter trucks and look at the interior cab detail, and you'll often find you get a cab and the interior door just isn't there. If we look at this cab floor, you can see just how detailed that is, and when you look underneath, the detail is also on the underside. So this would have been like a steel pressing, and they're giving you the detail on the underside. Again, the fenders, I'm not sure if these would have been steel or plastic, but you've got the embossing on the outside. Go underneath and you've actually got the embossing and the rivet detail and everything on the inside as well. Absolutely astounding. And I will say this now, having done some work on it, I think this is probably the most detailed 1/35th scale kit I've ever seen. It is astounding. If you compare it, and I will be doing a build comparison with this one. This is a vehicle I love, the 96K6 Panzer. This is the Meng kit, and in detail, it's not a patch on this. And although I know this is the 8-wheel truck, and the one we're looking at now is only a 6-wheel, the basis is the same. They're based on pretty much the same vehicle. So as I say, very naughty, I shouldn't have done it, but I just wanted to have a play with some building rather than modifying and painting and stuff. And I was very, very keen to see how this goes together. Now, we'll start with the chassis, and there it is. There's the chassis pretty much built up. The actual detail on all the parts is nothing short of astounding. And if we look, here's the engine as well. So just have a close look at this engine. Look at the detail on there. It is astounding. For a 35th scale kit, I mean, you've got all the gear linkage here. That rod there is going up to underneath the cab where you've got the gear stick. You know, you've got the hydraulics here for the clutch. It's astounding. The detail, the fuel injectors at the top there, the fuel injection pump, should I say. You know, it is astounding. Really, really incredible. Looking at the chassis, we've got this pressed steel cross member across the front here, which is carrying, I don't know, this is parts for the cab heater, I believe. But you've got all the plumbing around there, and then you look underneath and you've got this cab heater unit here. You've got like this, I'm assuming that's the blower for the cab heater. Steering box there. Look at the spring detail. The steering doesn't work. It would be very difficult to make it work, but it's just absolutely incredible. Let me give you a close-up look at all that detail. Look at the bolt detail on the chassis. It is nothing short of astounding. On the front, the U-bolts that go over the springs onto the axle, they're separate. Yeah, see them there? I've got one out of line there by the look of it. But yeah, absolutely incredible. And the winch, obviously I've got the winch still going round. The detail on the rear cross member, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the plastic is a joy to work with, as I've always said. I love Zvezda plastic. The cable they give you for the winch is a bit oversized, so I've used some 0.5 braid. This is from Anise, this company here, Anise.io, and they do a full range of all sorts of different sizes of braided cable and bits and pieces, but that fits in there lovely. This is actually 0.5, so when I'm ready, that'll go around the winch. Now I've got my usual little dog food tray here of sub-assemblies. We've got a wheel detail here with all the automatic inflation and everything on there, which is absolutely incredible. Brake detail on the back is quite stunning. If we look up close at this, you can see the brake detail. Sorry about my nails, guys. As I said, I've been working on my Land Rover, so my hands are suffering. Fuel tanks, absolutely beautiful. Fit is lovely. You've got separate end plates that go in, so you get this lovely sharp edge on the ends. Radiator. One downside to the radiator, there is no radiator detail on the inside at all. So if you're having your engine bay on display, you need to put some detail in there. I've just scratched over that with a saw blade, and there's no detail on the front section either. You've got the intercooler here, but there's no actual detail on the radiator. That's the spare wheel support, I believe. We've got some pipe work here. This is the part of the air filter. I think it's the air filter, the exhaust, I can't remember. This is a unit that goes on the back of the cab. Not sure exactly what it is. Then we've got the battery box and some air tanks. These air tanks, absolutely amazing the way they go together. They just glue on at the ends, so you get this beautiful fine strap detail that you can see. Bearing in mind, this is all out of the box. There's nothing, I haven't added anything, I've done nothing special. All I've done is just glued it together as per the instructions. I mean, look at this here. Those 3 air tanks with the straps. You know, it's just a bit of careful assembly, a bit of clean up. Stunning, absolutely stunning. So yeah, that's the exhaust pipes there coming down the outside of the chassis. This is part of the chassis here that I've cut off the sprue because obviously there was nothing else around it. I like to thin my sprues out, but even though you can see all that there is done, we've still got all this to go. We've got all the separate cab parts and everything, and more parts in there. So it is a lot of work. Oh, and I've also done the cargo bed. Just move that out of the way. And if you look on here, the detail underneath the cargo bed, look at those toolboxes. Absolutely beautiful. Ramps there, not ramps, wheel chocks, sorry. Got some tools there, you've got a saw and a shovel. Then we've got some jerry cans there on the front of the cab. Wheel arches there. And then this canvas top comes off. And you can see all the seat detail on the inside, which is really, really nice. And this canvas top is made of made of 5 parts. Goes together lovely. There were some little gaps, you can see I've gone over it with some sprue goo and basically started cleaning it up. Whether I'll use it or not I don't know, but they give you the holes and you've also got the tie downs, so you could add some easy line or something in there and have your stretched cable effect. And you've got to be careful how you assemble this. It only goes together one way, but it's not very clear how it goes together. If you look these sides, where can I show it best? Here you go. If you look at these sides, you can see in there's a moulded in shape with like a triangular section here at the top, and then on the other end it's just straight. And if you look at the actual side, you see you've got that triangular shape there, and this side is just straight. And then obviously this is the front and this is the back, because the front has these stiffeners and the back is just flat. Now if you put it together as I did the wrong way round, you won't get the corners. I think it's the corners don't match up properly. So yeah, do a bit of dry fitting first. And that's what it is. If you get these sides the wrong way round, then basically this doesn't line up properly there. So yeah, but the fit of that is, you can see it just sits on there. It almost clips in place. There we go. So you could have that put on and you have it removable if you want to, but it's great for protecting it while you're working on it as well. So yeah, on the whole, I mean, that's probably the best rendition of a canvas top I've ever seen in an injection molded kit. You can see it looks very realistic here, and with some good painting and dry brushing and weathering and stuff, I think that'll come up beautiful. And as I say, you've got all these separate little hooks. They're not separate, they're on a panel, so you can actually, where's my knife blade? If I just get my knife blade here, I haven't done any modelling for days, even weeks. You can see that you could actually get some cable underneath them and actually make it look very realistic indeed, which I may well do. See how good that comes out. So yeah, really impressive model, guys. So let's get back to you looking at my ugly mutt and we'll finish off our little chat. So there we go. I hope you like that. As I say, I'm gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked with the level of detail and what would appear the accuracy in that model is just absolutely stunning. For less than 30 quid, it is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Really, really impressed. That will get finished, I can assure you. As far as painting goes, I've done some research online, and it basically really would appear you could build the whole thing except for the cab and the cargo bay and just paint it all black. Everything, engine, the lot, all black, and then paint the cab and the cargo bay green and chuck them on the top. Job done. That's how it looks like they are built. It looks like they are all assemblable. The end, it looks like all the plumbing, all the pipework, all the clips, everything is just covered in black paint. So it may be some sort of epoxy black paint they put on for protection. It just seals everything in. Job done. So yeah, really impressive model. Do your research, make a nice model of it, because the plastic is going to allow you to build a very, very beautifully detailed kit. That's a bit far away, aren't we? So anyway, so I'm going to just ask that question again. Those of you that contribute on PayPal and what's it called? Yeah, of course, it's called Patreon, isn't it? Yeah, those of you that contribute on PayPal and Patreon, let me know what you think, and if you want to see your name scrolling up or not. Specifically, if I don't hear anything, I'll just do it, because I've noticed there's a lot of people on YouTube that actually do this. They either have a list underneath the video in the comments, so I could do it that way, or they have a scrolling list of names going up towards the end of the video. So like sort of a minute from the end, it starts scrolling up. So I can do either. So anyway, that's that for now. I will get back to the bench in the next couple of days, I promise, and I will get on with the Land Rover and the Book videos, and we'll get them done. You will notice that some of my videos have disappeared, and they won't come back. Reason being, I've made reference in them to, if you're a young modeler, if you're 10 years old and just starting out or whatever, that's why they're gone, because I don't want anybody to deem that I'm lying about my videos being made for kids. So if you know of a video I've made where I've referenced a child in there, like, you know, for instance, if you're starting out and you're 8 years old and you're building this for the first time with your dad, then do this, please let me know, because I need to take all that stuff out. And as I say, the other thing I'm going to do is I am going to make sure I look at the kits that I'm building, and if the kit doesn't say 14 up, I won't be doing it. So it's going to be a problem with Airfix, but we need to get that Hellcat done. I don't think anybody's going to deem that kit being for children. But like, I've got a little Meng, is it up there somewhere? I can't see it now. I've got the Meng Lancaster, which is a lovely little model, the little kids one. Not doing that now, nope. So yeah, sorry guys, but yeah, some of the videos have disappeared. They won't be back, but let's just look forward. And the other one is the Bronco is up there behind that Russian truck on top of the Airfix Typhoon. That'll be back. Steve Williams wants to see that one. That one is coming back. So anyway, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your patience. Thanks for your subscribes. Thanks for your comments. Bye for now.